Welcome to my July plot tour. Come and see how things have survived the heat. Well, the plants here are surviving. They're not flowering, apart from the sweet pea here has started to flower. So that's very pretty. I have pruned this in the last few days. Now, my poor flower bed, I've started to weed it but haven't finished because I don't want to be brushing against the parsnip seed. Looks like it's not too far off being able to be harvested. So yeah, nothing in this bed because carrots didn't come up. I have about half a bed of parsnip and then about literally 3 carrots there. My leeks that I planted out are doing well, so I think I'm going to plant out the remainder of them in another bed. This is just a spare bed, so I've put the 3 squash frames that I didn't dismantle here in case I need to use them. Now onto the squash plants. Here we have let's play guess the melon. It is Merhun winter squash. So the Merhun, I think, is this dark green one. I think I've got another one up there. They're doing okay. A bit of dieback on the leaves. I'm not sure what that's from. We'll see how they go. On this side we have butternut, and we've got one there. We've got, I think that's a Merhun. We've got a few more developing. We'll see whether they develop properly. So I need to tie those in. There's another one there. But these tendrils are going a bit wild. Then we have some tomatoes, and I think these are Roma. So they're bush tomatoes. So there's 6 of those. They have started to form fruit. Okay, that's not a Roma. That looks like it's a beefsteak type tomato. Over here, whatever squash that was, and I can't remember now, it's not doing well, and it really doesn't look like it wants to climb. Very much a bush variety. So I will look back through my videos and see if I can find out what that is. Here, if I go through the sunflowers, is butternut. Look at that. Now that looks healthy. We have some lovely sunflowers, some taller ones there, and look, that's my tallest so far. Not the biggest head, but my tallest. So it is, I don't know how tall. I'm what, 5'9", 5'10"? That's got to be at least 7 foot high. Right, over here is Uchikihori. Plant doesn't look happy. I don't know if that was down to the heat, but I have 3 ripe Uchikihori there already. Let's just hope a few more form up here. I've got another one there, one there. That one doesn't look so healthy, but it's still growing, so there's hope. On this side is, I think it was sweet dumpling. It's supposed to be a small green winter squash. And I can see what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely 6 so far. And it is sort of climbing, so we'll see how it goes. This is my sad Swiss chard and perpetual spinach. It just went to seed in the heat. The self-seeded nasturtiums have gone nuts and got black fly, and they didn't like the heat. Over here, I need to take these out, but they are still giving little bits. This was the broccoli. As you can see from the yellow flowers here, some of it is going to seed. Here is my herb bed. Now, the non-herb is this dahlia. It's pretty and it survived the winter. So this autumn I think I might dig it up. Then we have the Coca-Cola plant. We have helichrysum. We have lamivina. We have purple sage. We have the pineapple sage, the rosemary, the lavenders. Then I think that purple might be the oregano, and the white is the winter savory. But if I come around this side, it is so busy with all the bees. They love the lavender, the winter savory, and that herb. But it's just, yeah, it's humming with them, loads. The cucumber plant over there, not doing great. Some of the sunflowers are good there, some are shorter. These herbs are just about surviving in the pots, and these. This is the wild greenhouse. I've put way too many plants in here. Every few days I'm having to hack at the foliage. So, lots and lots of green tomatoes. Some red tomatoes that I keep picking. It is rather bushy around there. I still have only one melon. It's not the healthiest looking plant. There's a melon plant over here, but no melons. There's a different kind of melon plant at the back, hiding amongst the tomatoes, but I don't think it likes how shaded it's getting. So maybe that wasn't such a smart idea. There are a couple of nice cucumbers there I can pick. So you can see these are vine tomatoes, some of them are ripe. Whereas most of this jungle on this side is bush tomatoes, because that is definitely a rumour, but it's not ripe yet. So yes, welcome to my jungle. Okay. These are supposed to be the polytunnel tomatoes. Of course, no plastic on there yet. Lots of flowers, some fruits forming, none are red yet. The tree that had the green fly on it doesn't look wonderful, but it survived. Despite the dry weather we've had, the 3 types of rhubarb at the back here are surviving. Obviously the middle one is the newest plant, and that's the smallest plant, but it's still surviving. Every time I come down here I brush these bark chippings, back onto the bed. Every time I come back, they're kicked up. I'm hoping it's foxes, not rabbits, because if it's rabbits, I need to find the hole. Okay. This is my flower bed. Totally overgrown. Needs a really good prune, because at the moment I can't get my hammock in to hang it up there. So that needs a lot of work. At the end there is the Jerusalem artichoke. It survived the hot weather. We will see whether I actually like to eat them when I harvest. The sweet corn, this half of the bed looks nice and tall, the other half is half the height. So it looks alright, but we've got cobs forming and tassels starting to brown, but not totally. These were all planted at the same time, and look, the ones at that end are a lot smaller. The peas, these are, it's not alderman, what are they? Robinson pea. I mostly picked them to save for seed. I got lots at home because they weren't past being eaten. Now comes the messy part. This is my brassica cage. The raspberries from next door are taken over. My swede are massive, so I need to carry on harvesting those as much as I can. Cavallonero, that's doing okay. Looks like that, I think it might have been a calet, has survived now. That was kohlrabi, that has not worked. So I need to do a good weed in here. My strawberry beds are a disaster. I'm going to be ripping those out and starting again. But what I forgot to show you was some green beans. I think French climbing beans. They actually are climbing up and have hit the top. These survived all that hot weather and have finally got going. Next to it is an outdoor cucumber plant, which is climbed up to here, but I don't see any more cucumbers on it yet. Oh, I take that back. There's a little one. This side of the plot doesn't look good. This is my tayberries, overrun with bindweed. I need to get in and prune back this year's canes. This is black currants. I've harvested those, but again bindweed is going nuts. This is my autumn raspberries. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bindweed around there, so I will have to carefully find these little gems. And this was my summer raspberries, which of course is past. I can finally, after dismantling spare frames, get to my sink again, get to my wood store, get to where I put my spare plants. So that's great. And the shed is surviving, even though I need to replace some bits of wood. So, yeah, half the plot is a bit of a disaster. But the other half, it's okay. I need to get on with sowing and then planting out winter hardy things. But I am getting the harvest. I'm eating more than I did last year. I'm harvesting more, so I'm gradually getting there. So, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Okay, I'm in the back garden and I thought I'd show you how things are growing here. Some of it's a bit messy, some of it's doing well. So the overwintered onions I've left to go to seed. Here I think this might be fennel. And yeah, I've left it to go to seed. The same with the Swiss chard. It looks a mess, but I want to collect the seed, and it's not quite ready, but it's nearly. Now I've got the Sarpomira potatoes there, but then look at this monster. From here all the way over and trying to escape at the fence. That is all my, I think it's Crown Prince. And that's just 4 plants. So I keep trailing them to go kind of up that way. In the greenhouse I have my onions drying and my garlic is now dry. Round to the flower beds. They still need some work, some weeding. This bed in front of the greenhouse is particularly messy. I need to take some of the plants that I don't want out. And then this is my shady partial, well, it's kind of half shady. And then this is the really shady. Again, it's getting a bit crowded. There's a couple of plants I need to take out. Some of the stuff, well, most stuff sort of survived. It doesn't look great after the heat wave, but it's not too bad. And then this bed, if I come round, I stuffed it full of stuff. Way too much stuff, so needs a bit more of a water. Amazingly, this hydrangea's bounced back. It looked like it was suffering from the heat. But the daylilies didn't like the heat. And I'll finish with this fuchsia I got from the Eden project. If you look, this is how small it is. It is tiny, tiny. It's like a micro one. And look, it's even produced a few not beads, berries. Come on, fit. That's better. Look at that berry. So that's how the back garden's looking. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.